y'all, Taylor by Debbie. This week I'm going to show you how you can take these truck forms from the Dollar Tree and this crafter square wood hanging decor piece from the Dollar Tree, as well as a few craft sticks, and turn it into an adorable truck that you can use to make a centerpiece with, or just put some ornaments in, whatever you want to do with it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this string off of our hanger. And you can just push through the little plastic things. And then you can save this hanger for another craft. Then we're going to take this piece. We'll go ahead and remove our stickers. If these are hard to get off, you can take your heat tool and heat up the adhesive. Just warm up that sticker a little bit. And then the adhesive should start peeling easily off your project. A lot better than trying to scrape it off or pick it off in little pieces. So that's a little tip for you. All right, now we want to take this wood piece and we want to measure from the front to the back of our truck. And we want it to be ending right here where the end of our truck is. So we're going to take a pencil and I'm going to lay it down underneath my truck. Okay, you want the front part to come kind of toward the front of your truck. So I'm just going to put it there. And then I'm going to measure right here. Okay, I made myself a score line. Now I'm going to take my, let me see where I put it. Oh, it's right here. I'm going to take this box cutter from the Dollar Tree. First, I want to come here and mark that line straight across where we just marked it. Then I want to come over onto the edge and mark it. Okay. Then I want to make a line right here on this side and right here on this side. And then we're also going to draw a line connecting those two areas like that. And then you're going to take your box cutter. Now, if you have a saw and you can just saw that off, you can do that too. But I'd like to show y'all how you can cut this part off just using a box cutter from the Dollar Tree. So you're just going to take this and kind of press down into that wood with that point along that line. Kind of cutting, and if you just take it and press down, it's going to make an indentation in that. Okay, let me put my blade back in a little bit. Just going to continue to take it, move it down a little bit, press the point of that blade down in there. Okay, then you're going to come back up to the start, put your blade in, and you're going to drag it along that line you just punctured. And let's put our small cutting mat underneath this so we don't cut through our silicone mat. Okay, we're just going to score. A few times. Then we're going to turn it over on the back and do the same thing. We're going to pick it up and see. Now you can see it'll rock back and forth a little bit, so you just want to do that until it snaps off. So now you've got two pieces. All right, now we're going to take our sander, my little detail sander, and we're just going to sand the edge to kind of smooth it. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this edge, because we're going to use this for the tailgate or the front of the truck, whichever you choose. So we're just sanding that off. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and paint our pieces. And I want to use a neutral color for my truck. So I'm just going to paint this one in the color Waverly Sandstone. And we're just going to take a paintbrush, dip it in our paint, and we're going to put a coat of paint all over these truck pieces. Okay, y'all, I went ahead and painted all pieces on both sides, and I painted the tires and everything. And now I'm going to show you a little hack that I do. I like to take a lid off of these small plastic mason type jars from the Dollar Tree, and because it's about the right width or size to do my tires, to draw the top part of my tires. So I'm going to lay that down like that. Then I'm going to take my pencil, I'm going to turn it around where I can see what I'm doing, and I'm going to lay this down right here. I want to kind of put it where the wheel, where it's going to come off where that round part of the wheel is. And then I just want to draw with a pencil around to the other side, and that's going to give me where I need to paint for my tires. I'm going to do the same thing on all four. Now that we know where we need to paint, we're going to go ahead and paint the tires on both sides. And I am going to be using my Waverly ink chalk paint. Just going to shake it up. Take the lid off over my trash can. All right, and I'm just going to paint out of my lid. And I like to use these little pouncers for this. And I have some small ones that I got at Walmart. And I'll start here at the bottom to kind of unload some of the paint. And then I'll come right here along that edge and just come right around with it. Makes it very easy to paint that tire neatly. A lot easier than using a paintbrush, in my opinion. Okay, then you can also take this and get up in here, paint the inside of the tire and the outside of the tire, and just kind of squish it in there. You don't have to go all the way up, just so it goes in there kind of to where the tire is coming off the truck. Like so. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing on the other tires, and we're going to flip it over on the back side and paint all of them, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, now those are painted, and the next thing I want to do is take my Waverly Antique Wax and shake it up. And what I'd like to do is put some antique wax on these rails of the truck. And I like to use these little makeup brushes from the Dollar Tree to apply the antique wax. All right, so I'm just going to put this here. I'm going to dip it in. I'm going to get another paper towel, fold it up, and let's see, we'll sit it right here. Just going to offload a little bit of that, and then I'm going to come over onto my rails of my truck. I'm going to make sure y'all can see this. Skip this over, and I'm just going to apply some of the wax. And I'm going to apply the wax to the front and back of the truck rails on both of these truck pieces, making sure that you get into all the little nooks and crannies. Now we're going to take a couple of the towering tumble blocks from the Dollar Tree, and I would like to use these for the license plates. And I want these to be stained. Now you can pick some with no wood grain, or you can pick some with wood grain, whatever look you would like. And then I just use my same brush I like to do all the staining while I'm doing the staining, if that makes sense. While I have this brush dirty, I like to go ahead and stain everything with the wax. Just set it aside, and I'm really mostly dry brushing these. So I'm going to go ahead and do all sides at one time, and this will dry. You don't have to do the back side because you're going to be gluing it to the truck, but I usually do. Just a real light coat. Let's see, now, if we want to dry brush on around the edges with antique wax, now's the time to do that before you put your truck together. It's a lot easier. Now this is going to be the back of my truck, and I want to decide which part of it that I want to be the top. And I'm just going to put some Waverly Antique Wax in here, and then I'm going to knock it back just to kind of discolor the back of the truck, because when you use a truck, it kind of gets beaten up, aged. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm also going to take our popsicle stick and just wipe some on it. And then we can wipe it back. All right, and then the little tailgate thing, or this, I think I'm actually going to make the headlights part. I'm going to go ahead and antique the edges of it while I have my antique wax out. Okay, just a little bit around the edges like that. And since this is going to be a truck that people may pick up and look at the bottom, I'm just going to age the bottom a little bit too. Now, the only other thing I need to paint is my bumpers. All right, now I need to decide what color that I want to paint my bumpers. And I'm going to use, for this truck, a brushed metal by Folk Art. And this is in the color of brushed silver. And then I'm going to take a paintbrush, dip it in my lid here, get some paint, and then I'm just going to paint what would be the bumper. Go. Now, if you want to add any lettering to your license plate, now would be the time to do so. And you can just add a whimsical word to it. And I'm going to use just a fine point Sharpie marker. And I want to pick the side that feels the smoothest to write on. And on here, I'm just going to put Ford. My husband drives a Ford, and my bonus daddy drives a Ford. So I'm going to write Ford on here. And I tell you what, I'm going to use a thicker point because that's not really showing up that well. And I'm just going to draw some basic block letters, nothing fancy. Now, if you have a Cricut, you can take your Cricut and print out some little letters if you want to. Okay, I'm just going to write Ford on there. There we go. Now we're going to assemble our truck together. So what we need to do first is decide which side looks the best on our trucks. And y'all, that gray is already dry, the silver. I think that side looks good and that side looks good. So I want to put my truck like this, and I'm going to lay it down. Then I'm going to take this piece and I want to decide which part I want to be the top and which part I want to be the bottom. I think I like the look of it on this side better, so I'm going to make this the inside of my truck on the top. Okay, I like to use Tight Bond Quick and Thick glue, and I keep it stored upside down so that the glue will come out easy. So we're going to put some glue along the side of our board. Just put your glue all along the edge. And then we're going to take it and put it front to back, so it's even front to back, and so that it's coming right above, or actually right below where that thing is, okay? We just want to hold it here for a few moments. All right, then what we can do in the meantime while this is drying, we can take a not so Jenga block, a tower block, tumbling tower block. We're going to put some glue on that side and one of the larger sides on the bottom. And then we're going to put it on here, and that's going to further help secure this piece to your truck. And that glue sets up pretty quickly, so you won't have to hold it very long. Now, while that glue is still wet on the sides, you want to hold it and wipe off this glue. Just take a wet baby wipe or a wet paper towel and just wipe down that edge there, and it'll dry clear, so you don't have to get all of that off. Okay, but you do want to get the biggest globs of the glue off on both sides. All right, now we're going to put the glue right here along this edge, and you want to make sure you have your trucks turned the right way, obviously. Okay, let's go ahead, put the glue there. You want to make sure you have it in the right place, front to back, side to side. Okay, now I'm going to take this and flip it over, because I'm going to take this and flip it over and place it just below that place like we did on the other truck, and you're going to hold it there for just a few seconds. And then you want to stand your truck up and make sure that it is sitting level. Okay, you want to make sure when you look at it, you want to look at it straight on from here, and you want to make sure that the truck bed looks level. Okay, turn it. Make sure it looks level all the way around, front and back. Okay, and then once you're sure that you've got that where you want it, you're very carefully going to turn it on its side, and then take another one of those tumbling tower blocks, put some glue on this part and then on one side, and you're going to put it in there as a brace like you did for the first piece. Okay, and you want to make sure you have the glue where it's going to touch. Okay, and I want to scoot it down and try to line it up to where I had my other one. All right, then you're going to press it into that wood, double checking to make sure everything looks even. Okay, then you're going to put some pressure on it. All right, now to glue on the front part of the truck, you're just going to take this little piece that we cut off, figure out which side looks the best. You're going to have that be the top. Then you're going to take your Tite Bond Quick and Thick, is what I recommend. We're just going to put, now if you don't have this glue, you could use a wood glue or any other strong glue that you have. Put some glue on the three sides that are going to be in contact with the wood on the truck. And this is also going to help further strengthen your truck. Okay, so we're just going to push push that together on the sides. That's going to further stabilize it. Okay. Wipe off any excess glue that you see on the inside and out. And I did leave a bead of glue on the inside there. Whoops. I was trying to wipe that part off. I did leave a bead of glue on the inside to try to make it more secure. And it will dry clear, so I'm not worried about that. Okay. I'm just going to pull that together. And what you can do while it's drying is you can take a piece of twine, or you can take, you know, a large rubber band, anything like that that you have, and tie it around this part right here while it's drying. All right, makes it a little bit easier to handle and work with while it's drying too. Now on the back, what we're going to do is we are going to cut with scissors, and I'm going to get my blue scissors because they are the ones that I use to cut wood and different things. Don't use your fabric scissors for this, y'all. Just cut straight across. And then measure. And cut straight across on the other side. Okay, and it's going to fit right in there. Put some glue on the 3 sides that are going to have contact with your truck. Now, if you want it to be an open bed truck, you don't have to put a tailgate like this. Just going to glue that in right there. Wipe off a little bit of excess glue globs. So we're going to leave that. And then we're going to put one more piece back here for a bumper. Now this is going to be the same process. We're just going to eyeball it. And then we're going to glue it in there, okay, by putting the glue on the 3 sides that we want to have contact. And we're going to wipe off the excess glue. And this string should help hold this part snugly as well. So we're just going to leave that there and let it dry. But we can go ahead and glue on our license plate. And I tell you guys, I think I just want to have one, and I'm going to have it on the back. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that on the back. Don't think I want to put 2 on this truck. I'm just going to glue it onto the one we just glued on the bottom. Make sure I have it even from side to side. Press it down. Hold it there for just a few seconds. But look how cute that's going to look. Okay, now for the headlights, I'm going to be using these 1-inch split balls. I bought these at Hobby Lobby. And they're just a half wood circle. And I'd like to go ahead and stain these with antique wax. So I'm going to go ahead and stain them. Kind of wipe it off. I do have a glove on this hand, so I can just easily kind of wipe it off. Stain this one. Just want them lightly stained with this antique wax. Go along the edges. Let's see, let's make sure we have the edges good on this one. All right. And then we're going to glue these on the front of our truck, and I want to glue them to cover up those holes where the hanging string was on our board. Okay, we're just going to put some glue on the back of each one and then press it on each side of the front of our truck. And that's going to be our little headlights. Okay, just push them on there, make sure they're even top to bottom. And then you just let it dry. All right, y'all, I decided I do want to add a bumper to the front, so I just cut another piece. like we did for the back. And the front bumper, I want to be the metallic. So I'm just going to dab it in our metallic paint, and I'm going to paint it. Okay. Just going to paint it this silver color. Okay, I think one coat is good on that. I like the way that looks. I'm going to dry it. Okay, now that that's dry, I'm just going to come to the front and we're going to glue it in just right here. Okay.
I'd like to thank y'all so much for watching my video today. Please subscribe to my channel and click the bell so that you'll always be notified when I put up new content. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this craft. And also, please like the video. It helps me so much. Until next time, y'all have a blessed day.